Welcome back to another episode of Inside Franklin Athletics. I'm your host, John Shepard. Here with me, my co-host.
Glad to be back, Melody Armit.
And today we have junior volleyball player Kennedy Urban. Glad to be here, Kennedy, aren't you?
Yep.
And so just kind of the start of the season, you guys going 13-6 and being 5-1 in the conference would put you at second. Just how has that been, just improving a lot from last year?
Yeah, last year at this time we were the script was flipped. So we were 6-13. So we've come a long way since last year.
Yeah, that's fair. So recently you won Player of the Week in the whole state of Indiana. How has that kind of affected you?
Well, I had a lot of community help with that, with the voting and stuff, but it was just an honor to be nominated.
What did you get out of winning it? What did they do?
I got an article in the Indy Star, and then it goes out to colleges that, on my Connect Volleyball page.
So you just get to choose colleges?
Well, no, not choose them. If a college is looking at my profile, then they'll see that.
All right.
So with county coming up, you guys playing GCA, right?
Mm-hmm.
At home. Just how are you guys feeling going into that?
Well, we'll start preparing this week for that game, but we're more looking forward into the upcoming games.
So knock on wood, is it you guys versus Center Grove, really?
I'm gonna knock on wood, hopefully.
Is Greenwood any good this year? I know they had that one girl last year.
Yeah, Maya. Well, they struggled a little bit at the beginning of the season, but they've been on a run, a winning run. So we'll definitely have to prepare for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this year you guys only have 2 seniors. How has that how has that made the juniors had to step up and kind of take on a little bit of a leadership role?
Well, with only having 2 seniors, it's kind of forced the juniors to work together, and because it's just going to be us next year. So those 2 seniors have done a really great job leading us to where we are.
So with the coaching change this year, just have you guys really done anything different with game planning for different teams or in practice? Just what has he done to change your guys' program?
He works a lot on what the other team does. So whether they're offense, their hitters and stuff, we just work on different movements.
So I saw during a game, he has a board with different zone areas. Is that where you serve it?
Yeah, because he picks out their weakest passer, and then that's who he wants us to serve to.
So how many years have you been playing volleyball for? Have you been playing for your whole life, or just
No, I've only been playing volleyball for 5 years.
Okay.
5 years? Club for 5 years?
Club for 4.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, so set aside club, for example, on the off season. What other stuff do you do, or even you and the team do to improve?
Well, I do my own, on my own setting lessons and defense lessons, and then we should be having spring workouts for volleyball if you don't play a spring sport.
Do you do your own stuff in your house?
Yeah, I have setting drills to do.
So what club team do you play for? Are you guys good?
I play for Team Indiana, and yeah, we're pretty good.
Did you guys win nationals or?
We did not win.
What's the other team that's good?
Circle City.
Yeah, who's better?
Circle City.
Wow.
You're not confident?
Well, I'm just they have a better ones team than we do right now.
Okay.
So what different schools are on your team?
Roncalli, Center Grove, Westfield, Zionsville.
So all the big rich schools, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So no way you guys aren't good. So with me not really knowing positions whatsoever, I thought yesterday that you guys had to rotate until Chase Stanger told me differently. What position do you play?
I'm a setter.
And so you set the ball up to the people that spike it over the net?
Yes.
And do you play any other position?
Back row, so defense. So
what
when the hitter hits it.
So they can't. Can they set it a hitter? Is that the person that spikes it?
Can what?
The hitter. Is that the person that spikes
Yeah.
the ball? Can they set it to you?
Yeah, they could if they got the second ball, but setter's supposed to take second ball.
Interesting.
So kind of piggybacking off of that, do you stay in the whole game? Do you ever come out and how are you important to the team? How
Yeah, so we
important
run
are
a
you?
5-1 offense, so that's just with one setter. So I stay in the whole time, and a setter's role is basically to get the second ball up to the hitter so that they can get it over the net, whether the pass is good or bad.
So is there any game that you are looking forward to? And also, what is your favorite game you have ever been in?
We're looking forward to just county and sectionals. And then my favorite game that we've played in is Center Grove.
Why is
whenever
that?
we beat them in 5.
Why is that?
Because last year we got beaten 5. So it was good to
You guys
turn
made it
around
to
and
5
beat them.
last year?
Yeah. Yes,
Good
John.
job.
Hi.
That's what I like to hear.
Redemption tour,
That's what I
yeah.
like to hear.
So, the big question: are you planning on going to college to play volleyball? And if so, do you know where yet?
Yes, I do plan to play college volleyball, but I do not know where yet.
What are the options? You sent so whenever you sent the winning player of the week, what
I
colleges
didn't-
did you send
No,
them
I
to?
did send them to college. It's on my Connect volleyball page, so that's where colleges look at that.
Okay, so if you
I
had-
can't see who sees that.
All right, so let's say this: if you had 5 colleges to pick, what are the 5?
Can I just say my dream colleges
Yes.
that I would pick?
Dream/realistic.
Okay, so for dream, probably IU in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I love North Carolina. I've always loved North Carolina. They have a good nursing program. And college, I really don't know yet because it depends. Because it's hard to play college volleyball and nurse, be a nurse, going to nursing school. So I have to narrow out the options there.
Yeah, makes
So.
sense.
So, the off season again to bring that back up. I know you play tennis and you also do club during that time. How do you just balance the two to make sure that you maintain being on your game for volleyball, but at the same time making tennis stuff?
So right after tennis practice, I leave to go to club volleyball. Or if we have a Saturday tennis match or tennis tournament, then I'll leave that and then go to wherever we're playing volleyball at.
Have you ever skipped a match for a volleyball?
Yes, I have had to skip a match for volleyball.
And then what about favorite place to travel for volleyball? I know club volleyball travels to different places for
Yeah.
nationals and stuff.
Mine has probably been Texas.
Don't you guys go to Florida?
Yeah. But we,
I got Florida over Texas
I agree.
any day of the week, but it's whatever. So thank you for joining us today, Kennedy, and best of luck to your season,
Thank you.
and hopefully you win Player of the Week again.
Yeah.
thank you.
And that was another episode of Inside Franklin Athletics.